used to spend 3 hours writing one single SOP. 3 hours staring at a blank Google document, trying to remember every step, typing it all out, adding screenshots, formatting it so it makes sense. And now I create SOPs in 10 minutes by just hitting record. Some processes only even take me 5 minutes. That's it. And here's the crazy part. My team actually uses those standard operating procedures now. They don't just collect digital dust anymore. Why? Because my team can now watch me do the whole process right on video and see exactly where to click with visual screenshots instead of trying to just decode the written instructions that I don't even remember really writing and in which order. So if you're still the only person in your business who knows how things work, you are the bottleneck, like I used to be. So let's change that today and forever. And in this video, I'm showing you exactly how I broke free. No typing, no endless documentation sessions, just one simple method that gave me back easily 5 hours every single week. Why am I spending 45 minutes typing when we all know I hate typing? When I could just record my screen while actively working through the process one single time. Now that's where Whale SOP comes in. Whale is an AI-powered knowledge management platform that takes those videos you already created and transforms them into a structure. Searchable SOPs automatically. Using both Whale and ClickUp, ClickUp stays your single source of truth for tasks, projects, and workflows. All the work is happening within ClickUp. Then we add Whale SOPs on top as your knowledge base, the place where how we do things lives. And together, we now created a system where your team, just like mine, can work independently instead of constantly asking you for help. Let me walk you through the process. In Whale, as you can see, we already have just a public folder in here. We already have the main structure ready to go. And what we need to do is create a playbook. Whale already has regular playbooks ready to go for us. In our case, we simply start from scratch and call it our test playbook. All good. Cool, awesome. Playbooks are our collection of SOPs. So for example, this could be your content creation or your podcast production. Now that we have the playbook, we need to create a card. And there's the exact menu item we are looking for. Video to process. Lifesaver. And this is where your Loom videos come in. So for example, as you can see, I have a whole bunch of videos on Loom or on Vimeo or where the heck ever we produce them in the moment. Grab that video. I've downloaded a couple of ones, so let me grab one and simply just drag it on there for it to upload. Here is what I love so much. Let's just hit the next button so it does its thing. And while AI is reading, here's what I love so much about this. I'm not starting with a blank document just staring back at me. No trying to remember every single step while you type. No, wait, did I mention that panic? You simply just do the process like you normally would, record your screen and upload it. That's it. Whale AI does the rest. And here's a little pro tip for you. When talking through your process and what you do on the screen, please do your best to be specific as can be. Imagine your AI being blind and not seeing what you see. So skip what's called demonstrative pronouns. Don't say click there, rather say click on the top right where you see your profile image. That way, AI understands what you are saying, can transcribe it, and knows exactly what you are talking about. And Whale's AI processes that video, and here is what you get. First, the full video at the top so your team can watch the entire process start to finish. Now, nobody always wants to watch a full-on 10-minute video, right? Here's what Whale does for us though, because look below, Whale automatically broke that video into steps with detailed screenshots of each single action. And here's the cool part, it even adds little icons showing exactly where your team or you need to click to take those actions. So your team isn't guessing which button or field you're talking about. They can literally see it. And all of this takes about a minute or two. You won't even have time to make coffee while Whale AI is doing its job. And with that, you get a full video plus step-by-step screenshots with click indicators, and now you can edit, if you even need to, the step description. Maybe reorder some things because you decided you want them in a different order done, add some warnings or add some extra context. Assign an owner to the process and categorize the SOP so it's easier to find later. The screenshots are already there, the videos are already there, the click pointers are already marked. All you really need to do is make sure your description matches your process. And all of that, hit publish and done. It is now searchable for your entire team in Whale, and you just documented a whole process without typing a single word. Here's what happened the first week when I started using Whale and the video to process here in Whale to create standard operating procedures. I went into my Loom library and all of the videos that I had already created for clients or for trainings or all the things. I already had all of that knowledge, and I started turning all of those videos into standard operating procedures using the Whale AI and the video to process within Whale. My team stopped asking me the same questions over and over and over again. They simply just searched Whale and found the answer and kept moving. We went from, oh my God, 50 different interruptions a day to maybe 5. And those 5 were actually new questions, things we hadn't documented yet, which now started to fill up our pipeline to create more SOPs and just record the video and pop them up into Whale. And that's really when I realized I wasn't actually needed for 90% of what I was doing before we started using Whale. And I just needed to get the knowledge out of my head and into a system my team could easily access. Now let's talk about where these standard operating procedures actually live for my team, because we want our information in Whale, but also easily access them in ClickUp. And that's where our ClickUp Company Hub comes in. So in Whale, I simply just go into the share guide settings, grab the URL, and I head over to our company hub where we have a list, as you can see right here in our sandbox, where we collect our standard operating procedures. It's a nice, think of it as a table of context. We have the company hub right here in ClickUp as our central location where all our standard operating procedures are organized and linked. So when somebody needs to know how to do something, they go to the company hub first. Each standard operating procedure in Whale gets directly linked in here. Simply copy the link as I just showed you and paste it right in here. It is that simple. Now your team has that table of context going on, and it also feeds straight up into ClickUp AI. We also integrate those standard operating procedure links directly into our workflows and tasks where applicable. So if you have a client onboarding task in ClickUp, the standard operating procedure link to how to onboard clients that's housed in Whale is right there in the task description or the subtask. No searching, no interrupting me, just click and learn. And don't tell anyone, but I'm actually working with a team at Whale right now to maybe be able to automate this in the future. My goal would be here to, when we publish a new SOP in Whale, it automatically creates the corresponding item in the ClickUp Company Hub. Now at this point, API is not available on Whale. However, yes, it's still a dream, but I'm working on it. Let's see what the team over at Whale does if we can make this happen. And when it does, it'll eliminate even that manually linking step. And if you want to be able to automate this as well, comment below, automate. For now, you can manually add it to your company hub, but you also can simply just go and search right in Whale to find the specific SOP for the process you are looking for. Okay, here is my favorite part, and this is what saves me the most time. So we have this SOP done, right? But something might change. I easily can go into the steps and just update it. Or here's a little workaround for you. Right now, we can't upload a new video and it automatically regenerates. That might be something I'm working on too. Let's see if we can make it happen over at Whale. For now, what I do is I create a new card with the video to process that you just saw, and I copy and paste that generated process right back into my cards of the old process. So the link stays the same, all of the connections we built are staying the same, and I don't have to do major big updates. I just record a fresh video and paste it into the old cards so the URLs stay the same. And not only that, Whale also has automated review reminders, meaning you are getting reminded to check over your SOPs. Like every 90 days, it pings you and says, hey, is this process still current? Which now helps you also keep your standard operating procedures updated, because if it's not, you record a quick video, replace the old one, and we're good. It's perfect to move on. You don't have stale processes in Whale that don't function anymore, which means your processes stay current without you even having to remember. No outdated documentation causing any confusion. No more, wait, is this still how we do it? Questions from the team. It's how I took 10 days off last month and got exactly 2 messages. 2, because my team had everything they needed in our company hub and in our Whale SOPs, knowing it is all up to date. That's how I'm able to do digital nomading. And that's what happens when you build systems instead of being the system. So if you want more workflow tutorials like this, automations, integrations, the stuff that gives you your life back, hit the subscribe button and make sure you turn on all notifications. And comment below, what's the first process you are recording? I want to know what's eating up your time right now. And if you're serious about making your business run without you, watch this next video where I'll show you exactly how ClickUp AI can handle your team's question automatically. Because imagine your team solving problems without interrupting you. That's what we are building here. Now go turn those videos into SOPs and get your 5 hours back. I'll catch you on the next one.